The stage lights blazed bright, washing the set of the Clarkson show in a warm glow. The audience buzzed with excitement, their cheers and claps still rolling after Kelly's playful opening. Across from her sat Miranda Lambert, her legs crossed neatly, the shine of her cowboy boots catching the light. Her smile looked polite, even charming, but her eyes glimmered with something sharper, like steel hidden under silk. Kelly, always the natural host, leaned forward, her grin wide, though her posture hinted she already sensed the tension humming in the space between them. "Thank you for being here, Miranda," Kelly began, her Texas accent softening her words. "You've got a new record on the way, Wildfire, and I'll be honest, it's raw, it's real, it's everything we've come to love about your music. But before we talk about the album as a whole, I want to ask about one song in particular. Your fans want to know, what's the story behind Burn It Down? It's got this fire, this edge, like you're putting someone in their place." Miranda's lips twitched, almost forming a grin. She shifted in her seat, brushing her hand along the fringe of her jacket. "Well, Kelly, sometimes life gives you a spark, and you've just got to light it. That track is about grabbing hold of your truth, about taking control. It's not aimed at anyone specific, if that's what you're asking." The audience chuckled lightly, but Kelly's eyes stayed sharp, catching the evasion. "Come on now," she teased, leaning in. "You don't write a line like, 'I'll burn it down and dance in the ashes,' without someone in mind. Was this about heartbreak? A rivalry? Maybe a little Nashville drama? Just give us a hint." Miranda's jaw tightened, her smile slipping away. "I don't do hints, Kelly. I write what I feel and I let the songs tell the story. People can interpret it how they want, but I didn't come here to spill gossip." The crowd reacted with a soft ooh, picking up the shift in the air. Kelly tilted her head, her smile steady but her tone sharpening slightly. "Fair enough, but you've never been shy about saying it how it is. Your last album had people whispering about certain lines at X's. So you're saying Wildfire doesn't carry any of that?" Miranda's eyes flashed, and she uncrossed her legs, planting her boots firmly on the ground. "I'm saying I don't owe anyone a timeline of my private life. The song is about strength, about not bending to anyone, not some soap opera tale you're trying to create here. And you, Kelly, you should understand. You've written your own heartbreak hits." Kelly lifted a brow, unshaken. "Oh, believe me, I understand. I've lived that pain. But when I released Since You've Been Gone, I didn't hide what it was about. It was about breaking away from the wrong place. You're saying Burn It Down isn't about someone who wronged you? Not even a little?" The audience murmured, glued to the back and forth. Miranda leaned forward now, her voice lower, but every word sharp. "You want to talk about being wronged? Let's talk about how people twist what you say, how they take a lyric and twist it into headlines. I'm tired of it. People like you, Kelly, pressuring me to say something I didn't come here to say. I came here to share my music, not be turned into tabloid talk." Kelly's grin faltered briefly before she caught it, her voice still warm, though now edged. "Whoa, now hold on. I'm just asking what the fans are asking. You're a storyteller. People connect with the story. You can't fault me for wanting to know what that fire came from." "Fans connect with the songs," Miranda snapped back, her voice lifting just enough to carry warning. "Not with made-up drama you're trying to stir. I don't need to spill my laundry to sell records. That might be how some folks roll, but not me." The studio grew still, the audience silent, tension thick enough to feel. Kelly leaned back, folding her arms, her face a mix of amusement and challenge. "Okay, Miranda, I hear you. Let's change direction. Wildfire has this whole energy of empowerment, right? Refusing to take nonsense. Is that why you've been so outspoken lately, calling out the industry gatekeepers? That's worth talking about?" Miranda's eyes narrowed, and she gave a humorless laugh. "There you go again, Kelly. You want a catchy soundbite, something flashy for your clips online. But that's not why I came here. I came to speak about my work, my art. And here you are digging, pushing like I owe you some big reveal so you get your trending moment." Kelly's grin vanished altogether, her gaze hardening. "Miranda, I'm not your rival. I've been a fan for years. But when you sit on this couch, we talk real. That's what my audience wants. If you're not ready for that, fine. But don't say I'm forcing you." The audience gasped lightly, realizing the line had been crossed. Miranda's face hardened, her voice calm but sharp as a blade. "Real? You want real? Here it is. I'm done with shows pretending to be friendly, pretending they care about my story when all they want is a viral moment. That's not real, Kelly. That's a game. And I'm not playing it. Kelly began to answer, but Miranda was already standing, her chair screeching loudly against the stage floor. The audience broke into a storm of whispers, some clapping, others muttering. Kelly raised her hand, trying to settle the chaos. Miranda, wait. Let's finish the talk. We've barely started. But Miranda was done. She shook her head, her boots thudding as she walked toward the side of the stage. I didn't sign up for this, she said firmly, her words carrying through the mic. I'm leaving. The crowd's murmur rose into a roar as Miranda vanished behind the curtain, leaving Kelly staring after her, her face tight with shock and frustration. The cameras caught her forcing a smile, holding the show together by sheer will. Kelly's grin stayed in place, but her eyes revealed a flicker of unease as the noise swelled in the room. She leaned forward, clasping her hands like she was grounding herself. Well, y'all, she said, her voice light but controlled. That was unexpected. Let's take a quick break and we'll be right back. The cameras faded to commercial, but the air in the studio remained thick, the audience buzzing, whispering, craning their necks toward the wings where Miranda had disappeared. When the show returned, Kelly was seated once more, her posture loose but her face carrying caution. The set felt smaller now, the empty chair across from her almost glaring. She looked straight into the camera, her tone warm yet deliberate. All right, friends, we're back. That was a moment, wasn't it? Let me be straight with you. When you talk about passion, music, life, things can flare up. Miranda is an incredible artist, and I respect her fire. So let's focus on that fire. Wildfire's on its way, and it's got the same heat. But before moving forward, I want to hear from you out here in the audience. What do you think about what just happened?